These dividends are on sale. Today we're talking about BDCs, business development companies. Some of these are my favorite, and one of them is actually my largest holding. I have thousands of dollars in this one BDC, and it generates me amazing monthly income. But everything has pulled back. With interest rate cuts happening, we are seeing BDCs fall, and I'm going to break down exactly why that is in just a moment. But I want to showcase in this video, there are some BDCs that are really selling off, and some that are selling off but still producing very high yields. I'm looking to start a position in a couple of these, and I want your opinions in the comments, so let's check them out. Now, I love BDCs. You could probably call me a little bit biased. I did sell a lot of them as we have seen interest rate cuts cutting. I sold them probably 6-8 months ago, and I'm looking now to start a new position in some fan favorites. So I need to know, again, down below what you guys like. But let's talk about what a BDC is for those that may be new to dividend investing or simply just new to BDCs. Because I love having a portion of my portfolio in things like covered call ETFs. Then you can tie in REITs, you can tie in BDCs, all different styles of income generation that also will fluctuate differently depending on what the market is doing. So at its core, a business development company invests in private companies, typically small to mid-sized ones. They provide them with capital that they may need to grow during early stages of development. There's also BDCs that help larger companies, and they will lend them out large amounts of money that may, because they're in distress, they need cash, they need to turn the business around, or even avoid insolvency, which is a huge negative. Now, what's interesting with these processes is you are taking on some risk, because even if a company is growing or in real need of cash to just maintain itself, you're taking on the risk of that. And that's what these BDCs do. They act kind of like a bank, and they charge crazy interest rates for these companies to loan money. One cool thing about this, though, a big pro, is some of these actually take equity in the companies they help. So they'll look at a small company and they'll say, we believe in it. We think it's going to do well. They have expert management teams that are really good at predicting not only certain markets, but even certain sectors within the markets, and say, oh, we like this one. We want a piece of your company. So we'll loan you this money. We want this much equity. And then they can actually sell that equity if the company does do well, like they predicted. So there are different ways for these BDCs to work. And although they are all considered BDCs, they do operate very differently and even within different subsectors of the BDC environment. So we have a lot to discuss. We're going to break down each of these stocks individually and talk about their performance in the next segment of the video, which is really important because these behave differently based off their sectors. So some may look like they're lackluster and underperforming, and maybe they have recently, but that doesn't mean they're bad funds. It simply means, what is the sector doing? Now, starting off, we have Main Street Capital Corp. This one is one of my personal favorites. It's the only one on this list that I currently own, but I am looking to add 2 more, which I will list in the end of this video. So with Main Street, I mean, it's my largest holding in my portfolio. If you want to see my full portfolio for free, it's on Blossom, and you can go on there and see Main is on there, and it's the largest position. It might have pulled back a little bit. It might be second place now, but it is one of my larger ones. We have ARCC, which is Ares Capital Corp, BXSL, Blackstone Secured Lending, HTGC, Hercules Capital, CSWC, Capital Southwest, OBDC, Blue Owl Capital, and TRIN, Trinity Capital. Now, market cap, these range, the smallest being Trinity Capital at under $1 billion, the largest being ARCC at $13.4 billion. I used to own ARCC. I actually held it for like 3 years plus, and it performed well for me. It wasn't a game changer, but it did really well, and it did compound really well. But I sold it when we saw interest rates start to fall, and we first saw the beginning of these BDCs pulling back, because a lot of these have what's called a floating rate loan. If you've never heard that term before, all it means is they take a loan out for 10 years. And normally when you take out a loan, you'll pin it at a certain interest rate, 5%. Well, these have floating rate. And what that means is companies that have borrowed money are paying less on their loan now because the rates have come down. So it is positive for the economy, for these small businesses, but a negative for all these companies that utilize floating rate loans because they have less money coming in. And that's where some of the dividends can be at big risk. Dividend yields range. Main Street Capital is 5.5, ARCC's 10, it ranges 10 to 12, BXSL is roughly 13, HTGC is 13, CSWC is 10, OBDC is 13, and TRIN is 11. Now, these yields are extremely high, and trust me, just because Main Street Capital is the lowest on this list does not mean it's the worst at all. In fact, it actually yields closer to a 7 or 8% dividend when it actually incorporates special dividends, which are a class of their own. A lot of these companies will pay out a special dividend if they have a good quarter. If they make a lot of money this year, they'll pay them out additionally, and there can be positives to the company like tax benefits and whatnot, and it just looks good on the books. It increases popularity, especially amongst dividend-focused investors. Some of these do not have the money to really maintain these dividends for long term, especially in a downwards or even sideways market like we have been in, but we'll touch on that. The 5-year total return, CAGR, compound annual growth rate, how quickly they are growing their dividend. So there's two on here, BXSL and TRIN, that are new. And so they haven't been trading for 5 years, and thus they have asterisks by their numbers. But Main Street Capital has been growing its dividend the most, and that's why it's one of my favorites. Then we have CSWC and ARCC and OBDC and HTGC. All of these have been growing their dividends pretty aggressively, which is very impressive. So industry focus, we see Main focuses on lower middle market. And this is what's interesting. Sometimes depending on what's happening in the markets, lower middle market will do better. And then you have some that are bigger companies are doing better, and it all bounces around. And that's why it is also very important to diversify, which again, I always have to remember, this video is not financial advice. I have to say that all the time because I literally am just looking and doing my DD with you guys on which of these I'm going to add to my portfolio. So ARCC's core middle market, a little more established companies, a little bit bigger. And then we have BXSL, which is first lien senior secured. And these are important because first lien loans basically mean if something goes wrong with the company that they've loaned money to, they get paid back first. And that's really it. You have second lien, and I think there's another one as well, but you want first lien or primarily first lien. Sometimes they'll do second lien, like 30%, 70% first lien, but I prefer first lien because they are safer. We have HTGC, and this is technology and life sciences. So they're very aggressive, different than a lot of the others because they're specifically looking for tech and life science companies to invest in. And if you know anything about things like pharmaceuticals and the tech side of pharmaceuticals, it's risky. It's very risky. CSWC is also lower middle market. OBDC is upper middle market. And then we have Trinity Capital, which is venture debt and equipment. And I believe we'll touch on this. I think it's Trinity has been focusing more on AI, which is very unique. So yeah, I have my cheat sheet over here. We have Hercules Capital and TRIN are both venture debt specialists. So because HTGC is focusing on tech and life science, it's been getting pretty beat up. Tech has been beat up. Trinity Capital specifically focuses on AI infrastructure, which is huge. And that's why I'm leaning towards purchasing that one for my portfolio because even though AI, we've seen a pullback with software, I think long-term, that's going to be really important in the industry for helping build all these data centers and whatnot that seem to be really necessary to maintain this AI boom that we're in. Now, last thing I want to talk about is dividend payouts. And this is really important for some investors and not as important for others. For me, it is important because I like seeing monthly dividends. So the only monthly ones are Main Street Capital, CSWC, and TRIN. Are those ones I'm going to put in my portfolio? Maybe. We'll find out in just a moment. Quarterly isn't bad. I had ARCC, like I stated, it paid quarterly and it was really good. BXSL has been pretty solid, but it is a little bit newer. But now what we're going to do, we've gotten a breakdown of these companies a little bit. We're going to look at a chart. I'm going to explain how they differentiate based on their performances and how dividends really impact the overall total return for these stocks. When I first started investing in dividend stocks, one of the number one most important things is the chart, not factoring in the dividend. So I want to show you guys the price return, i.e., if you bought this fund and it never paid any dividends, would you have made money? And for all of these, in the last year, you would have lost money. And this is all largely due to the fact that we are seeing an interest rate cut. So we have Main down 4.8%, Trinity Capital down 8%, and ARCC down 18%. CSWC is actually doing better, only down 2%. BSXL is down 28%. HTGC down 29%. And OBDC is down quite a bit, almost 25%. I held OBDC for a long time as well. But what's really interesting, though, is people that look at dividend investing and say, oh, see, these are all red. They're bad. You shouldn't invest in dividend funds. But when we look at these, the total return of these dividend stocks, everything changes. Now in the last year, Main's up 2.3%. Trinity Capital is up 7.6%, and ARCC is still down 10.5%. CSWC is up 12%, the best performer in this group. BXSL is still down 20%, HTGC down 20%, and OBDC is, slide over, down 16%. So I want to explain the yields as well for these. Like I said earlier, they do range. We've seen Trinity Capital jump up in yield recently because they've been paying more in special dividends. So Main and CSWC, these are lower middle market companies they are targeting, that they are targeting, I should say. They provide debt and equity to smaller private US companies, typically 10 to 150 million in value. And these are both internally managed funds, which is very important because as a dividend stock, they're going to be charged to externally manage the fund, right? They're going to have to pay someone to manage the fund. No, CSWC and MAIN are both internally managed. Then you have ARCC, BXSL, and OBDC. All of these, as you can see, are beaten up with ARCC holding up the best. These are the titans. They're middle market companies, and they focus on massive and diversified investments across everywhere. Healthcare, software, business services. That software niche is a little bit why they've been beaten up so much over the last couple of weeks. I mean, look at this. They went from being down, 10 to 9% to double digits, all of them, pretty quickly. And they use first lien senior secured debt, like I mentioned, so they're a bit safer. Then you have HTGC and Trinity, which are the venture debt specialists, and these ones are a little bit riskier and have riskier sectors. But this is really important to understand the differences with these companies and what happens when they're fluctuating. And special dividends are a major factor. So I want to talk about one specifically, TRIN, Trinity Capital. This is one of the better performers. And the reasoning behind that is they've invested heavily in AI companies, and they also utilize equity. So what they've been doing recently is selling a lot of equity within these companies that have been doing well and doing and performing better than a lot of the others in the sector. And they take that money and they pay it out as a special dividend, which again is why their distribution rate, their dividend yield, is so much higher. And that's really simple. It likely won't last. It likely will fall to that 8 to 12% range, but that's still really, really amazing. It really is amazing. And I also want to showcase Main Street Capital, my favorite choice, has 18 years of consecutive dividend growth, which HTGC has 7, but oftentimes they'll pay out a lot of money that they don't have to pay out in dividends just to avoid a dividend cut. If we zoom out a little bit, some of these, I don't know if all of these have been trading for this long. We can actually see how long they've been trading for, 5 years and so. But look, if we go to total return, MAIN is up 75%, Trinity Capital 74%, ARCC is only up 30%. And at no point in time has this one been the top performer in the last 3 years, which is very unfortunate. CSWC has been and then pulled back. So we're actually looking at this one that has been doing really well lately as being a bit of an outperformer. I mean, this thing was up 36% and has jumped all the way up to 72% in the last couple of months. BXSL, which is not one of my favorites. I held this one, really not one of my favorites. HTGC, I held this one too, but it's not my favorite. And OBDC is actually the worst performer. So I'm not just going to pick the top performers. Actually, I might. Let's see. The ones I'm looking at buying, I have Main Street Capital. I might buy a little more on this dip. I'm going to wait. I might just reinvest my dividends instead. Trinity Capital, I am buying. Oh my gosh, I am just buying the best performers. It's a monthly payer. It's an AI. I haven't seen any of these other companies investing in AI, which I am long on AI over like a decade, not just the next 6 months. But I think Trinity Capital will make a great addition to my portfolio, and it pays monthly. And lastly, we have CSWC, which again is a monthly payer, and the performance has been absolutely amazing. But there are some others that I would consider. I mean, HTGC, it just fell off so hard recently. I also loved OBDC, but I think there are better options out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on a BDC breakdown. So to wrap everything up, Main Street Capital is my largest holding. I'm looking to buy Trinity Capital and CSWC. Let me know your thoughts and what you hold. And if I missed any important BDCs that I should do follow-up videos on, let me know, because I always like doing viewer-requested videos. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to like these that are popping up about the top silver ETFs to watch right now. See you in the next one.